What is up, best ones worldwide? It's the best one DBTV here, back with another reaction video. Damn, 2 videos in one day. Damn. If you're not a best one yet and you're an NBA fan, recommend you to hit that subscribe button now. Turn on the post notifications because you already know the grind is real. And now, I recently got to listen to Ben Simmons' press conference, and now, unfortunately, I have to hear all of this bullshit from James Harden. Because I've already seen some things on Twitter about this whole press conference, and I am excited to call James Harden out on his bullshit. So, let's hear what James Harden has to say with this Philadelphia 76ers welcoming party, this press conference.
Players like James don't come along every day. So, like, the fact that he's here is a testament to everything that's been built. Starting with Joel's MVP caliber play and what he's been doing.
Yeah, Joel Embiid is literally like the only good thing going on for Philadelphia. Doc Rivers has so many great freaking rosters, and he could not win a championship.
Very much appreciate.
Daryl Morey thinks that James Harden's better than Michael Jordan. He's delusional.
The contributions to Philly, and we wish them well. But now, let's do this thing. Thank you.
And if you think James Harden's going to bring you a championship, you are delusional.
We're very excited. Look, Josh and ownership.
This fucking goof.
Have been behind Doc and the front office.
Yep, he got his toy back. He got his toy.
Position to
ISO ball, James Harden's going to be dropping probably 40 points a game. Still not going to win himself a championship from that. Embiid's probably not going to be used like he is supposed to be used. Yeah, this is not going to end well for Philadelphia.
You know, Doc and the coaching staff and
a fucking ad!
The players have put us in a spot where, as we make this trade, we are well positioned to go on a run.
But you're not going to go for a run, though. You're not going to win a championship with James Harden and Embiid. This isn't Kobe and Shaq.
He's someone Paul knows that we were talking to this offseason and hoping to acquire. So it took us a little time, but we're really excited about what he can bring. He's a very versatile player. And then, you know, as Doc said a couple days ago when he was looking at the team, we've been looking for a player with a particular set of skills that he's developed.
Don't get me wrong. Philadelphia got a lot better from this trade. Do not get me wrong when I say that. But James Harden is not the solution here. You're going to need a lot more than James Harden and Embiid to win a championship.
If he can keep it up, it's really exciting. All the hard work.
I will say Embiid right now is the MVP this year. I definitely do believe that.
You know, the Doc's as a champion, you know, is here to lead us. So
yeah, 2008. Woo! That's a long time.
Well, ditto. Really, I don't have a lot to say. I mean, I think you guys would rather ask questions, except for I'll start out with thanking Ben and Seth and Drum. I mean, they all were great. Each one of them enjoyed coaching all of them.
I don't think you enjoyed coaching Ben Simmons.
One of the reasons I wanted to come here, as Josh knows in our interview, is that we would make a commitment to win and being the winner. And we talked about
you know how many freaking teams you had, Doc, that should have won a championship? 2016 LA Clippers?
That's what we want to become. And that's why we make trades like this, going out and getting Paul and James. We want the opportunity to be the winner, and we believe that this trade does that.
I remember in the second round of the Brooklyn Net playoffs, James Harden was out with a hamstring injury, and it's still an injury that he's been dealing with freaking all season long.
This question is for you. I guess it's a two-part.
I really hope James Harden does stay healthy. I don't wish injuries upon anybody, but he has not really been staying healthy the last couple of years.
Originally, you know, when I was going through everything I was going through, you know, in Houston, Philly was my first choice.
Whoa, no, hold on, right there, no, that is cap. Philadelphia was not James Harden's first choice. That's bullshit. bullshit. I have the screenshot right here to prove that. Hold on a minute. Right there. There's the screenshot. Because in Adrian Woj's thing, friggin' the most reliable NBA source out there, after turning down the extension offer to become the first $50 million a year player in league history, James Harden's message to Houston is clear. Get me to Brooklyn. Philadelphia was not this guy's first choice. That is a load of crap.
So,
bullshit. He wanted to win it. He wanted to ring hand it to him.
I want to get into, the Brooklyn situation. I just knew, for a very long time this was a perfect fit, and obviously you got a big...
Oh, this isn't a perfect fit. What? Because freaking Kevin Durant has to carry your ass?
Just from top to bottom, it made sense, and I'm just happy and blessed that I'm here, and...
just mad because you couldn't play iso ball. You couldn't get 50 points a game.
Be the last team standing, so...
50 points a game is not going to win you a championship, Harden.
James,
This is why I didn't want him to come to Brooklyn in the first place, and then I got hate.
we're going to opt in for the next year here.
Damn.
After the trade, you still have the opportunity to
I
do
still
that.
have the opportunity to do it.
And will you?
And well, yes. Yeah, but it just everything happened so fast. I just wanted to get here.
Have fun not winning a championship, Philadelphia.
Focus on
Have fun.
and that's winning the championship.
And what can Joel...
And you're not going to win a championship. You had a better chance of winning a championship in Brooklyn than you freaking do in Philadelphia.
Obviously the whole world knows how great Joel's been playing.
Yeah, and you're going to freaking... He's going to be playing like freaking Rockets Dwight Howard or freaking Clint Capella.
His presence alone is unbelievable. And I feel like I'm the same way as far as, making my teammates better and doing different things that impact...
Making your teammates better.
And then we have
Had Chris Paul, didn't win a championship. Friggin' you had all these friggin' pieces and you didn't win a championship. You even had Westbrook.
Just take my time, and after the break, we'll get
Load
going.
of frickin' bullshit. Load of shit.
James, Jamie Apodi from 6ABC.
I tried giving this man the benefit of the doubt.
You haven't stepped on the
Cap.
court yet, but before you even were in Philadelphia, your jersey sold out at the arena in less than an hour. There was a billboard touting "Welcome the Beard." How has that reception made you feel, and how do you feel about playing in front of these fans?
These fans are the best fans in the NBA. I think
Best fans in the NBA. That's until you choke in the playoffs like you did in Houston and they all turn their backs on you and they start hating on you. Then you're going to be wanting out of there.
As an opposing team. But
You and Daryl Morey will go on to the next
The
team.
love, the atmosphere, just going to that arena, it's going to be something special.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to handle the hate, Harden, when it comes. It will come friggin' 3 to 4 years from now.
Future. And
If you guys don't win a ring.
With this trade and other trades, you cannot use a first-round draft pick till 2029. Is that correct? Because you can't trade 2 number ones in a row with the way you have them spread out. How much of an issue could that be in trying to
it's
make
going to be a
trade?
big
And
issue
I'll
for
have
Philadelphia.
a question for James as well.
James Harden's a stat
Our
patter.
focus is obviously
He doesn't care for the friggin' rings. The only rings he cares about is those ring pops.
Technically true, although
Ring pops. That's all he cares about. Ring pops and stats.
To modify certain things to make a first tradable if we wanted to go that route. But look, our focus was to.
I really
keep
can't
as
believe
many
this man
great
thinks
players
that
as we
James
could.
Harden is a better
We're
scorer than
going
Michael
to
Jordan.
Joel and James and Tobias right now. And making sure Tyrese Maxey's here, making sure that Matisse.
Maxey's good. Dibble, he's good.
We wanted to give up nothing, but
Don't get me wrong, I like the pieces that Philadelphia has. I just can't stand the friggin' damn organization. Especially this goof and friggin' Harden.
So we're very comfortable, and then we have, thanks again to Doc and the coaching staff, we have a bunch of young players. I think you're seeing them out there contributing the last few games because.
Yeah, that's until James Harden friggin' gets on the court.
Paul Reed's come in and done a nice job.
Don't worry, those stats are going to go down in no time. Because Harden needs his 40 points a game. Philadelphia, they don't understand what they got themselves into. They really don't.
Still on their improvement curve, obviously, Maxey being the one.
Because the difference with Ben Simmons and James Harden is that, yeah, Ben Simmons might not have a freaking jump shot, but that man freaking knows how to win games.
One Keith question about coming here.
He's a playmaker.
3 teams now in 14 months. Can you explain?
He's not selfish with the ball.
And why it's so many in such a short period?
Selfish basketball does not win you games.
14 months ago, I didn't see myself in 3 different teams.
Why do you think the Warriors have a dynasty?
We are here today, and I'm happy.
Even Brooklyn Net fans would friggin' say that James Harden's better than Steph Curry, and I had to friggin' tell them no. That's a load of crap.
You know, a lot of stress, but whatever. That's in the
Oh
past.
man, it must have been a lot of stress friggin' having Kyrie and friggin' Kevin Durant. Yeah. Because what, you had to friggin' carry the load for a month and then you got exposed because we had 11-game losing streak? Yeah, it must have been really stressful,
I
James.
felt like it should have been a 3-team deal originally. That, you know, the fit was there for that, and, you know, would have been...
Oh, look at him. He's not satisfied. He's not satisfied with his toy. He wish he had more. It's not how it works in the NBA, buddy. You wanted your superstar James Harden. You had to trade some depth.
Are the conditions that
You had
for
to.
you to be at your best?
I think I'm going through that.
That's
right
not how
now.
it works.
Like as far as me, I gotta make sure I'm great. I'm healthy. I'm in a place where I can be the best James Harden I can be on the court, and everything else from what I've been here the last couple of days.
I really do hope, though, that James Harden does stay healthy, though.
Obviously,
That is one thing I really do hope in this Philadelphia run. I know with Brooklyn, he couldn't really stay healthy. The hamstring has been some issues. I really do want to see James Harden, you know, out there friggin' playing. I do. I don't want any excuses for James Harden. That's why. I don't want any excuses for James Harden. That's why I want him to stay healthy. I just want him to get exposed that his style of basketball is not going to win you a championship. So I really do hope he stays healthy.
See that partnership coming together on the floor.
We're both at a high level to where we'll figure it out. You know, Joel does everything on the floor. You know, so. And we got guys on our team that
I really hope that, like,
we communicate and
Embiid does not, like, take a step back with Harden being on this team, because Embiid is playing really good right now.
And I know that I can do that very well. So on the court, when you got high level skill,
He's the MVP from what I know right now.
We'll figure it out.
Gina, my friend with the Philadelphia Inquirer, Daryl, you sort of touched on this in your opening remarks, but just how did you sort of balance...
Like, I agree with James Harden that Steve Nash is not the best head coach. I will admit that. Harden's not wrong on that, and I don't blame him for being frustrated about playing with a part-time Kyrie. I don't blame him. It's just an unfortunate situation.
Well, Brandon and I
Because Kyrie should not be forced to get the vaccine.
You know, since Rich Paul came to us and said, you know, that Ben was looking for a new situation.
Yeah, a new situation that literally took you 6 fucking months.
It was pretty straightforward for us, for Elton and I, from the beginning.
So many good deals, too.
You know, our mission that's been given to us and the whole...
Get my toy James Harden back.
On the team
That was his
really
mission.
Here. You know, Elton's here to win a title. Doc's here to win a title. It's all unfinished business for all of us, and we've all come together. And
if the Philadelphia 76ers win a championship, I will admit, and I will say I am wrong, but I feel like they're really not going to win a championship. Because when I'm wrong, I admit it.
You have to get.
I don't think they have what it takes to win a championship.
James Harden.
Not with James Harden.
To pair with the Joel Embiid.
You gotta realize, this ain't MVP James Harden.
You can win without it, but you look historically.
Unless he gets his freaking foul calls again. That's like the only way.
If you don't have 2 great players of that level of play out there.
Hey, Paul. Maureen Rosen with Sixers.com. You've played for some really good teams, and you've played for some really
Hey,
good
Paul
What
Millsap.
excites you about this team?
I respect Paul Millsap.
Yeah, you know, first off, appreciate it. It's getting a little weird up here, but you know, the culture, you know, just, you know, coming into practice, you know, yesterday.
Because I will say, like, we did not use Paul Millsap to the best of his abilities, so I really hope in Philadelphia they could use him properly, because he is a good player. And when he joined the Brooklyn Nets, I was very excited.
Being on those good teams in the past that I've been on, you know, all had that.
Atlanta Hawks, that was one
Coming
team.
here, man, you know, with the
Utah
talent,
Jazz.
players and the coaching staff, an organization mixed with that energy and talent. I mean,
I mean, unbelievable.
Hey, Denver as well.
Paul Hudrick, Liberty Ballers. For James, Tyrese Maxey has really developed a really big role here. I guess, what have you seen from him going up against him? And
Maxey's good. He can ball.
Well, he's had an opportunity this year because of the circumstances, but his confidence is just going off the roof. Like
yeah, and that confidence hopefully doesn't wear off when James Harden gets on the court and needs his freaking 60 shot attempts a game.
Just improve, and I think his aggressive mentality to get to the basket, to knock down the shot when he's open, it explains it all. You know, obviously then he's surrounded by really good players, and then the MVP this year to make his job a lot easier. But and that's where I'm coming in, you know, to talk to him, to help him as many ways as I can.
That's where I'm coming in. Take your spotlight.
He's only going to continue to get better.
Josh, when you bought the team 11, 12 years ago, the big first move was Andrew Bynum, and that didn't work. Then you had Sam come in and deconstruct and reconstruct.
Yeah, and then, you know, they had trust the process.
That didn't work. Then you had Jimmy and Tobias.
Tanking for their draft picks.
Al Horford.
I knew the Al Horford thing wasn't going to work out.
We got two great players to build around. We've got a great coach in Doc Rivers, great, you know, unbelievable front office with Elton and Darryl. We have the commitment of ownership to do what it takes, and then we've got a lot of young players with Matisse and Tyrese, Tobias. So I think we have the ingredients to win here, and we're gonna.
Hey, we'll see.
To win a championship, we're gonna keep trying until we get there. It's there's no
We'll
straight
see.
lines to the top.
I think the only way Philadelphia can win a championship is if James Harden takes a big cut.
If I could follow with Darryl.
And I'll see that happening. He needs that money for them strip clubs out in Philly.
Tyrese and Matisse.
And he needs that money for those Philly cheesesteaks.
Really, for at least since you got here, really.
Yeah, they were critical. Tyrese absolutely has a chance to be an all-star in this league. Obviously, there's a lot of work, but I know he'll put it in. That's one thing that's amazing about Tyrese is his, like James said, his confidence, but also his commitment to put the work in has been incredible. And then, Tybal, I think, easily could be Defensive Player of the Year after Joel.
He is a pretty good defender.
But
he ain't a better defender than Ben Simmons, though, I'll tell you that.
Tybal, as you saw last game, six steals, and I think the coaches have really worked with him on, both using some of his unique skills and also, being solid and providing that solid defense you need to win. To have a.
I will say, like Maury right now, he's putting me to sleep.
On the floor. So both of them, I think, sky's the limit, and that's a big reason why we made sure that they weren't in this trade.
Hey guys, Chris Franklin, NJ.com. This question's for Darryl and for Doc. You guys gave
And for me, I'm okay with that because we got a great rebounder in Drummond. We got a great shooter in Seth Curry. And so far, they've been great contributors to this Nets team. So it's unfortunate we couldn't get Maxey or Tybal, but honestly, I think we got the better end of this trade.
Paul is going to help us in that. Both Pauls.
Because Maxey already fits very well in Philadelphia.
We have Charles Bassett.
I feel like Brooklyn, it would honestly take a little bit away from him, honestly.
We're looking.
I hate that! God damn, I got almost 9 more minutes of this crap.
Sorry about that. You mentioned before, James, that when you were originally looking to leave Houston last year, that this was the first place that was initially where you thought you'd be. Why did that not happen? And I have a follow-up.
Oh no.
Well, the way it was Darryl's fault.
The way it was presented was that you sort of had the option to choose where you wanted to go.
No, I wish it worked like that, but organizations got to do what's best for their team. Present and future.
First choice was Philly.
Like
bullshit.
And, I had to
bullshit.
Obviously, we all know that could have been something special, but whatever reason was for that. So. Here I am today.
And to that second point, is the uncertainty around Kyrie's situation this year, did that play a part in how things developed over the past couple of months for you?
Very minimal. Honestly, obviously, me and Kai are really good friends. You know, whatever he was going through or is still going through.
Bullshit! James Harden's camp, that's all they talked about, was how Kyrie was the reason.
Kyrie and KD on the court, you know, and winning covers up a lot of that stuff.
Bullshit!
It was unfortunate that, you know, we played 16 games out of whatever it was, and, you know.
Like, you can't see the bullshit because he's got the beard.
You know, here in Philly is an opportunity that I'm looking forward to.
It'd be a whole different story if KD were friggin' his toe. Just saying.
A few days ago, you
He wanted a ring handed to him.
Previously, about wanting, him to be your coach. Why did you do that, and what are your expectations?
Because he knows that Maury's going to just keep boosting his ego, so he's able to friggin' shoot 70, 60 shots a game, and average 40 points a game.
I've been doing it for a very long time, but he was doing it way longer than me, and he's experienced way more than me. And as the player that I am, I still need to learn. I still need to be helped and taught and be put in a position.
Hey, I respect that.
You know, so.
I respect that statement. There's always room to improve. I agree on that statement with Harden. That's not cap.
Well, and Tyrese, but I'm just curious how you think you're going to be able to fit next to Tobias as well, just a guy, out on the perimeter.
Anybody can friggin' work with Tobias, all right? That's a dumb question. Tobias is a great player. He's just very fat contract.
He's very versatile as well, so just my job is to help be the leader, man, push guys and get that swagger out of guys every single night, because ultimately that's going to help us get to the end goal, and that's to win a championship. So we all know how great of a talent Tobias is, but it's my job to help him with that and from top to bottom.
Right here, Jay. How is your physical conditioning right now? As far
Guess
as,
what? No more friggin' Brooklyn Nets smoothies for you, Harden.
Are you kind of on board with? We've been told
you little fucker.
Until after the All-Star break, was that? I guess a collaborative.
They better not allow him to have any smoothies.
Hamstring feels really good. Just doing a lot of strengthening work right now. Definitely was a collaborative decision on, after the break, making sure we're a full go. Like, uphill is the only way we can go. And then my conditioning is great. I've been doing a lot of running, a lot of sprints, a lot of treadmill work.
I want Harden to stay healthy. I want him to take care of that conditioning.
Playing 5-on-5.
I want no excuses.
Things like that. So that's something that I got to incorporate. But overall, my body feels great.
I want my Nets team to beat a healthy Philadelphia team in a playoff series. There's nothing more I would love.
Hearing you and Joel,
nothing more I would love.
That being possible, I'm sure you see that being possible this year. What will it take to make it happen? Is that a hell yeah?
Hell yeah. There's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, it just doesn't happen overnight. But I think just here being around guys and they have the right mindset. Obviously, it's coming from the coaching staff. But after the break, man, it's go time. So as much as I can incorporate and figure things out fast, which I probably won't be long. The better things will be, but I mean it shouldn't take long at all. Like I pretty much can fit anywhere.
This question's for Paul. Paul, I was wondering though if you could tell us what it was like when this way you found out about the trade and how that went about and everything.
Yeah, I found out the trade. I was actually in Atlanta playing 5-on-5 in the middle of a competitive game.
Not golfing?
I wasn't. It was cold. It was too cold. It was too cold out there. Yeah. But in the middle of the game, and my brother looked over and said, "Hey, you going to Philly?" I was like, "What?" Competitive game going. I'm trying to win the game. So when the game got over with, that's when it really hit me, and got really excited about it, and that's how that.
Hey, Paul Millsap's in power forward, so for him to play with MVP Embiid, I would be very excited too.
Wanting to play in Philadelphia.
Because Embiid has really stepped up.
Based on everything that's publicly available, you didn't want to play in Houston anymore.
It's just unfortunate that Andre Drummond is going to be blocking him a lot.
What does that say
coming
about
soon.
You, and what does it say about the power that NBA players wield in this era of basketball?
Yeah, Harden's one of the founders of that.
Just the relationship that I had in Houston, it was basically mutual, but everything was on me. And same in the last situation. But you know, for the most part, we can control our own destiny. Not that I'm saying it's a good thing or bad thing, but I know in my situation, you know, for whatever reason, it was mutual and relationship, not very, new with Josh, but obviously knowing Daryl, knowing Tad, you know, from my Houston days, knowing Doc. For me, it made sense, man. It's a time where I needed to be, you know, around guys that I know that want to win and know that are willing to do whatever it takes to win. And,
none of them know how to win but Kyrie and KD. I'm just saying. Kyrie and KD have something that you don't, James, and that is a freaking actual championship ring, not a ring pop.
Come out there and help him and help the entire team win the championship this year and years going forward.
Oh, I want Philly to stay healthy. I want them to stay healthy so bad. Philly was my first choice. That's where we're going to close this video off. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the cap that James Harden said in this press conference. On some of the things he said, I gave him credit where it was due, but most of it was straight cap. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, smash that like button now. If you're not a best one yet and you're an NBA fan, support us by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Links down in the description below. You can go follow me on my social medias. All that is down below. But to all the best ones out there worldwide, we are taking over. And fuck you, James Harden. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.
Don't you try to hit me now, you live a petty life. All those nights I lay awake, I pray.